Hello and welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation with me, your host, Owen, the channel that brings you your team every single day, the team that brings you all the latest news from Ibrox. Guys, please make sure you hit that sub, ring that notification bell so that you never miss out on any of the great daily content. Well, what do you think? What's your honest opinions? Come on, comments. I want to know the comments. What's your honest opinions on today's game? Personally, it's a convincing win on paper. It was, I think, what Michael Beale said, a three-part performance. Started well, tailed up a bit in the middle, and the end was very good. So, unlike that fantastic analysis of Baldrick's poetry by Captain Blackadder in Blackadder Goes Forth, of course. But I thought Rabbi Matondo deserves some praise from today. Yes, he does. I think Rabbi Matondo, yes, it might be considered sacrilege, but I think Matondo did very well when he came on. John Suter, I thought, was absolutely exceptional again. There was a number of times I thought he, in that period where we were seemingly struggling to break them down and put them to bed, we kind of, I don't know, John Suter kind of stepped out there and stepped up and a number of times cut out chances that Livy could have equalised from and made it a very embarrassing situation. But Jack Butland, clean sheet, did very well indeed. Borna Barisic had a decent game as well, and a decent game from Borna. Danilo looked better as the game went on. Cifuentes looked good. And Todd Cantwell looked good. And I think, it was an okay performance. It was a progress performance. I think that's the best way to look at it. Progress. It's moving forward. That's the main thing, guys. That's the main thing. So obviously this was the starting lineup that Michael Beale put out there. Pretty much the same lineup as Wednesday night, other than obviously the resting of Ryan Jack for Cifuentes and the resting of Connor Goldson for Leon Balogun. I thought that was a very sensible move on Michael Beale's part. I think it's very important that we have both Ryan and Connor fit for Tuesday night against Servette. I think Connor is vital in that midfield, and the fact that I think making him play 3 games in the space of 7 days would have been too much for someone who hasn't played competitive football for 3.5 months. And again, Ryan Jack, like I said at the start of the season, we need to pick and choose Ryan's games. So Butland and Gar, I thought, Butland's been great since he's come in. A clean sheet today, did very well. Eliminated some of the danger moments, a couple of saves, did well again. Back 4, Tavernier, Suter, Balogun, and Barisic. I thought Balogun was solid, not spectacular, but very, very solid. Barisic was good. I thought Tav was again the weak link again. I think it was even on Rabble or Heart and Hand. I can't remember who tweeted out that Tav was looking slow. I don't know. There seems to be something wrong with him. Is he fully fit? Got to be questioning that one. Midfield, Raskin, Cifuentes, and Cantwell, I think, is our strongest midfield. I think that is probably our strongest midfield. And Cifuentes gave us something that I think we've been missing for a while. He certainly brought something to the party that we haven't had. He looked physical. I don't think he's going to lose many one-to-one tackles this season. He was really physical. One-to-one, he's going to smash through most people. Also, that energy that he provides. And I thought, again, unlucky he had a goal chalked off. Yes, I think, VAR check, it should be chalked off. It did roll down his arm. You do, unfortunately, the rule is if you gain control from it, no matter what, then you don't. Unfortunately, that is the situation. It does have to be disallowed. So, fair enough. But I thought he was very good today. The shot, obviously, that forced the corner was his. He looked good going forward, good in defence, brought some steel and some excitement to the team. I thought he did very well. I thought he was very convincing indeed. The front 3 of Lammers, Dessers, and Danilo. Good to see Lammers get off the mark when it matters in the league. Dessers, I'll come to him in a moment. Danilo, I thought, improved as the game went on. I thought he was better than he was on Wednesday night. Got his goal. Well done, Danilo. I thought it looked very good, looked very convincing. And again, he's growing into it, getting used to it, adapting. It's a different form of football, something we've got to get used to. Dessers, I thought Dessers was poor again. I thought he was pretty poor. Some of his decision-making was awful. He lost possessions a fair few times. So I definitely think that he is someone who, I don't know, perhaps it's just that he's not fit. Perhaps we do need to give him a little bit more time. Maybe, I don't know. He didn't look good today anyway. He did not look good at all. Michael Bill said he's not worried about him. Okay, that's where we've got to go with Michael. But I thought Dessers was pretty average today. Bench, obviously, we had McCrory, we had Lundstrom, we had obviously Hadji, Matondo, Seema, Dowell, Sterling, Roof, and King. I thought Kieran Dow did well when he came on. Good goal from Kieran. Again, Matondo I thought was very, very good. Matondo and Seema came on and they gave us something that we perhaps haven't had, width. And look, didn't it sort of gave us an injection, didn't it? It gave us something different in that pace, the ability to go past people, the ability to dribble past people, something that we've been kind of missing over the first couple of games. So that was an interesting change nonetheless. But it's like I said, it was a performance of 3 parts for me. Again, I agree with what Michael Beale said. We started well, we got the goal, we then kind of sort of struggled to break them down, struggled to put them to finish them off, and they kind of had a period in the second half where I thought they could get back into it. Even though we were still in control of the game, we still allowed them a few chances, and then near the end of the game, we sort of turned it back on again and obviously got the win. Lammers obviously with his first league goal, a super finish from Lammers. Well done to Sam. Sam got a bit of criticism in midweek, for his performance, but I thought he did very, very well today. A good finish there. Danilo with a lovely flicked header into the goal, 2-0. Great to see Danilo on the score sheet. It's only going to stand him in confidence, isn't it, going forward? That he's getting on the score sheet now. He's going to build his confidence. And then a man who's obviously had a fair bit of criticism gets on the score, right place, right time, lashes it home. Abdallah Seema. Like I said, I thought Seema brought something a little bit different today. He looked a little bit better today. Again, I think it's time. He's getting used to it. He's getting his match legs back. He's getting used to playing with his team. He was impact off the bench, which is perhaps his best role. I thought, again, he did okay when he came on. And then obviously our 4th goal from Kieran Dowell from a beautiful pass by Rabbi Matondo, and Kieran Dowell smashes it into the back of the net for a fantastic finish. But overall, progress, that's the key thing here. Progress, steps in the right direction. After last Saturday when we were all down in the dumps in a state of despair, I think this is what it is being a Rangers fan, isn't it? We go from the lowest of lows to the highest of highs to the real. I don't know. It's a strange one. Like I said, it was a convincing performance on paper, a 4-0 win, performance of mixed parts to it. I thought the subs made a real difference today when they came on, made an impact, did well. And I think that's positive. That's very positive that we've now got options from the bench that can change the game. And that's a real something we did not have last season. Overall, we've got to say pleased with the performance. This is very much sort of a knee-jerk reaction to this. I haven't had time to really sit down, rewatch the game, go back over it, analyze it. But overall, pleased with the win, pleased with the first part of the game, less so with the middle part, and pleased with the end of the game. So we started well, we tailed off in the middle, and then we got better at the end. We now need to put, I think, on Tuesday night, it's absolutely vital we put together a complete 90-minute performance. Well, I'd love to know what you thought of the game today and the performances. Who was your player man of the match? Mine is a toss-up between, I'm going to go for a toss-up between Cifuentes and John Suter. I would go with Suter. I thought he was exceptional again today. There will be a poll later on the page. Apologies, there was no live stream today. I didn't finish work till late, so I couldn't get back in time to start the live stream on time. So I had to sort of listen to the game for the first bit and then watch the rest of the game. So that's why there wasn't a live stream today. Apologies about that. But overall, pleased with the win, pleased with the performance, good progress. Let's obviously focus now on Tuesday and getting through to that next qualifying stage of the Champions League, where we'll probably play PSV Eindhoven. Well, guys, like I said, 2 things I always need you to do for me. Well, technically 3 things. 1 is subscribe because it's free. And number 2, smash that like because it's free. And number 3, always, always remember we are